In this video, you are going to learn exactly how to shift from a saving mindset to a spending mindset. I'm guessing to get to where you are right now, if you're watching this video, you're thinking about retirement, which means you've saved and invested well for many years, and you're now in a position where what's worked so well for you might not work as well for you in the future. Here's what I mean by that. You've saved and invested well. That's amazing. That's what got you to where you are today. But what's going to lead to a successful retirement is no longer that saving, that investing. Yes, of course, we want to be investing, you know what I mean. But from saving, you no longer have a paycheck that you are deferring a certain amount of income to. You now need to spend so that you can optimize what you care about most, which is your life. Can you spend in the sense of giving more? Can you spend in the sense of going on trips and not feeling any guilt? Can you spend from a mindset perspective, knowing that you can enjoy the fruits of your labor because of the great saving and investing that has got you up until this point? Now, as a reminder, I'm Ari Taublieb, and I am the youngest financial advisor who loves retirement planning. This is what I do, I love doing it, and I have the best job in the world. So let's hop right into today's video topic, which is how do you shift from a saving mindset to a spending mindset? And I want to start with an example. If you did not save any money at all and you are where you are today, then kudos to you. But I imagine that that is not the case for any of you. The reason is because you would have no retirement. Okay, there might be some Social Security there, but not much else. And so what if you took this advice that I'm going to give you right now in today's video and you did that before you retired? You would be in a terrible position. This would be awful advice. But the reason I make this video is because I have clients who come to me, and this is how I make all my videos, and they ask questions. I take those questions and I make them into a YouTube video. And the questions that I get are similar to, Ari, I've saved and invested well, and it is not easy for me to spend my money. I've been a saver. It's almost your identity now. You have been a good saver, and that's what's led to success. But in retirement, I can tell you this from working with countless retirees, helping hundreds of people retire, is that that will not work. And it's not that it does not work financially. Financially, it works great. You will have more and more and more dollars. But is the goal to have more and more and more dollars, or is the goal to maximize return on life, do more while you're here, spend more, and really enjoy the fruits of your labor? Well, I have one client who said, Ari, it is not easy for me to spend money because I am a saver. It's who I've been. I started working when I was 15 years old. Now that I'm 65 and retired, I don't just flip a switch and all of a sudden I'm now a great spender. And I don't expect you to. I don't expect my clients to. What I do expect is for you to think about, what do you care about most? And once you think about that, you go, well, I have saved well, I have invested well, I have a plan, assuming you've gone through the planning process to understand how much you can spend. Where should you pull income from? What is the optimal tax strategy? Are my assets protected correctly? Once you have all of those questions answered, well, now we're dealing with an identity question, which is, as someone who is retired, your identity, which has been a saver, has proved very, very well for you. But now that you are retired, being a saver will no longer allow you to maximize your life return. And I care more about that than any financial return. Yes, of course we want to grow our money. Yes, of course we want to save as much as possible in taxes. But what we really want to do is spend as much as possible to accomplish what you care about most. So strictly, if we're looking at this from a mindset perspective, is I'd invite you to think about, what would you do if money was not a consideration? I do this exercise with my clients and it's almost feels silly, but here's why I find it so valuable. Is the point is not to say, let's say we go through this exercise and you determine, I want a yacht. Well, if that's not in the plan and it's not reasonable that you have $10, $20 million to buy that yacht, well, yes, then it's silly. But here's why it's so important. What if you say, you know what, Ari, I really do want to go out to eat 5-6 times a week. I don't love cooking. Or I'd rather do that than spend more money on my garden. Or, as opposed to traveling every single year in retirement with my spouse, I want to do that in addition to 3 big trips with the family as a whole. Great, how much is that going to cost? What do we really want to be able to do? If your money can help you optimize your quality of life, that's what it's there for. Of course, we want to think about life expectancy. Where are we pulling income from? Health concerns, long-term care, everything like that. Yes, we are focusing on that in retirement as well. But today's video is just about that mindset shift. And how do you do that? You practice. There are clients of mine who say, Ari, it is not easy. And I say, I want you to go spend $300 this week on going out to eat. And they go, Ari, that's not even in my plans of what I need to do to, I don't really have an interest in doing that. We'll say, why are we doing this? We are doing this to practice good habits. You may recall when you were very, very early in your working career that you did not contribute a whole bunch to a savings or investing account on a weekly or monthly basis. But what you did is you started with maybe $50 a month, then got up to $100 a month. Then maybe you are saving the 401k maximum of $27,000 a year before you retired. It's the same thing here. You need to start by spending intentionally money if, of course, the plan shows that you're comfortably able to do so. That way you can start to get in the habit of, got it, when I do spend money, there's no guilt association. Being a good saver is easier for most people. Being a good spender is more difficult. So as a reminder, that is it for today's video. What I wanted to come across is it's not going to happen overnight. It's something that happens gradually, but it will lead to a much happier, more comfortable, and fulfilling retirement. So this is what I do. Please, if anyone has any questions, you can always leave a comment and I will look to make a video topic on exactly what you talk about in the comments. I love that these videos are free on YouTube. All I ask is that you share it with someone who you think could benefit from it. It is no fun to retire alone. Retire with your friends. Go traveling with them. Spend time with your grandchildren. Get them watching these videos to start thinking about how they can save to optimize their money. Might be a little early for your grandchildren to think about Roth conversions, but ultimately, this is a fun topic. I try to make it engaging for you, and subscribe to make sure you're always getting the new content that I put out every single week. Lastly, this is what I do for a living. You can always apply to work with me in the description to see what it is like to work with me so that we can create that strategy to optimize your retirement.